New Orleans artist and activist Brandon B. Mike Odoms is known for his provocative murals. His work celebrates Black life in a way too seldom seen, with loving depictions of family life and people realizing their dreams, also commemorating the heroes of the Black community. He joins us now. Brandon, thanks so much for being with us. I know you started your career painting heroes of the Black community, and then you transitioned to painting the community itself. Why did you make that change?
I don't see a big difference between the two. I mean, obviously we have those that we celebrate, that we lionize, rightfully so. But I think it's important as an artist communicates to think about the value of who and why I'm communicating to and for. So for me, it was a matter of just saying, you know, everybody's valuable. They exist, they breathe, they live, they dream. And I want to honor that. I want to celebrate that.
And let's talk about what you actually paint. What aspects of the Black community do you want to depict in your paintings?
You know, I understand that there's such a wide range of beauty in my community, and I want to reflect that in all the ways it shows itself, whether that's just in the smiles in our faces, or the looks of hope, or the way we embrace each other. When I think about, you know, the images that I grew up seeing in my family, you know, those are the things that I want to duplicate and share across the world.
There have been people in the Black community who became heroes. For example, you painted a bust in New Orleans that honored the last two living freedom riders. Being remembered and celebrated was enormous for them. What was that like for you to see their reaction?
Yeah, so it wasn't the last two living freedom riders. There are two individuals in New Orleans that we celebrate that are our elders that were part of the Freedom Ride movement. And for me, a large part of the communication that comes with art is about educating and inspiring others. And I think there's so much inspiration in their story and what they went through, what they had to experience just to pass the baton on to us to experience life in a better way. So we wanted to honor them using the similar buses that they would have got on. We wanted to honor them on those buses, and it was an amazing experience to see themselves reflected on that bus, to know that it's going to travel around the city, and people have to ask that question, well, who is that and why is that? And hopefully in that answer, they would continue to share their legacy and their story.
Now, in addition to being an artist and an activist, you also mentor young artists. Why is that so important to you?
You know, I'm a product of those who passed it on to me, those who took the time and see the potential that I had to help and instill and guide me. And I think it's only right that that I try to do the best I can to continue to pass it on and continue to find opportunities for other artists. I think there's nothing special about me. There's nothing. I'm not a superhero. I don't have any special anything that someone else can't duplicate. And so for me, I try to let kids and youth understand that they can do what I'm doing and they can do it way better.
Well, I'm sure you're an inspiration to so many and inspiring the next generation. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Juneteenth Together We Triumph, a Soul of a Nation special event is streaming now on Hulu. Rob,